Oh, we already established that peanut butter was the word. Okay. Okay, I just heard no. I think.
Okay, let's try that.
Look.
All right.
It wouldn't be a welcome back without some technical issues.
Of course it wouldn't. Like, we take a break, so then everything
Okay.
has to come back and be a little bit skewer. Right.
Good
There
boy.
you are. Everything good? Everything in place? Everything working again? Now,
Apparently.
wonderful. Huzzah! Well, in that case, let's try that one again. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We are back. We have returned from our impromptu hiatus due to real life just beating us all up one by one. But we recovered. We're here. Yeah. It's really hard for me to say we're here without immediately following up by proclaiming exactly how queer we are. But I assume that goes without saying. Just look at this group. Words. So, we're all going to try and remember how to play this game, and I think there's something about making links, and and of course the most pivotal character of all time, surprisingly,
Oh, are you serious?
Jack,
No.
Keyblade Man Surprise.
Oh, thank goodness. You froze for a second and I got worried. All right.
Ooh, okay. So, with all of that said, hi, I'm the Bardic Knot. You can find me on the internet, Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, and YouTube, all as the Bardic Knot. I do a whole bunch of stuff. Check it out, please, if you are that way inclined. It's fun. I enjoy myself, and hopefully you can come and enjoy yourself as well. We are here on Nerds with Dice. Nerds with Dice is a wonderful community. Consider joining the Discord. I believe the link should be down below, or you should be able to do the command exclamation point Discord in the chat. You can also follow them on Twitter at NerdsWDice, and all of that. I'm sure there's more information about Nerds with Dice I'm supposed to know, but I forgot everything. So Teddy can shout at me later, and I'll be like, "Oh, don't get it right. I promise. Don't kick me off the channel." No, Teddy is a wonderful human being. I don't think she'd actually do that. Okay, I think I said all the things. So with that, Capjack, would you be so kind as to reintroduce all of us to you and who you are playing today?
Hello, everybody. I'm Capjack, and I am playing the delightful, the wonderful, the totally not sneaky or anything, Sirish, the connected playbook. I'm a cat. Everything is fine.
I love how that's all last bit of information. I'm a cat. I can't help myself. Okay, Kay, who are you, please? And who are you playing?
Hey, I'm Kay, aka Undead Kay, and I am playing Xylene, the Discarded.
Wonderful. Is there anything else? Like, do you do things on the internet, or?
Yeah. I'm in the process of trying to get back into streaming over on my Twitch, which is just, you can find it Undead K. I also have a Twitter, but I hardly ever post on it. But if you want to follow it, feel free. It's just at K_undead. And yeah, awkward thumbs up.
It's only awkward if you let it be awkward. Just write it out.
I embrace the awkward.
Don't do that. You'll be too powerful. Fuck. And finally, who is? She is here. She's just. We're waiting to get her recording cupboard sorted out. But until then, we just have the delightful voice of Lauren. Lauren, could you please tell us who you are and who you are playing?
Hello, I am Lauren. I am playing Rizix, the Mystic, and mom friend of the group. You can find me online at my Twitter site at Sithwitch, Sithwitch, where I post about politics, sci-fi, fantasy horror, and wrestling. I also do audiobooks. I just had one come out, I guess, a week ago now. You can find links to everything at my website, lwsalinas.com, or you can go to Audible and look up L.W. Salinas. I'm very proud of this latest one. It's called Complicit. It's by Amy Rivers. It's the first in a series. Trigger warning, it does deal very heavily with rape and intergenerational drama, but I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud of my work on it.
You probably should be. Like, anyone managing to keep on top of like professional work, especially in performing right now, is good work and you should be proud of it. So
Yeah, and I have recently moved, which is part of why I'm not visible right now. My recording closet is still being set up. Next week.
one thing I have really, really grown to love about having lots of friends online is how every single person I know seems to have some form of filming closet, recording. It doesn't matter where they are, they somehow make a recording room. It just makes me smile. It's an amusing sign of how society and human beings are evolving. Yeah. Instead of keeping things like drawing rooms and, you know, dens and second sitting rooms and things like that, we're all going, do I have a streaming room?
I went to a house
Yeah.
when we were like in the process of moving. I went to a house that had an actual like parlor room with the like Victorian-esque wallpaper in burgundy, and I was like, I don't need this, but that is cool as hell.
Oh, I love it.
That's amazing.
Just imagine that
It's
as
like
a
I could hold
backdrop.
seances.
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
Twitch plays seance.
Oh, yeah. All right, Edgar Allan Poe, I'm gonna need you to roll. Oh, right, you're a ghost. I'll roll for you.
Oh my god, we could then get Vincent Price and ask him if he wants to be a surprisingly Jack Keyblade Master.
Yes.
There was actually a movie where they did a seance on, like, through the
Yes.
internet. I'm
No,
trying to remember what it was called,
It's
but
on...
it was just like, it goes horribly wrong.
Oh yeah, no, it's
Hold on.
amazing. It's the length of a Zoom meeting, and
Yeah.
it's really, really good. And what is it called?
I'm looking it up right. Host.
Host.
Oh.
Supernatural Chiller, where they do a seance over Zoom, and it just goes, like, horribly wrong.
It actually uses the medium of Zoom incredibly effectively. I really, really
Medium.
dug it.
Really cool.
Ah,
Of course you found my podcast, Jack. Of course you fucking did. Okay. So before we all let our
Rabbit hole.
before all of our various attentions just fly off every direction, I'm going to attempt to recap where we were. So we had arrived at New York. We met up with some gargoyles. We became gargoyles. Well, we were gargoyles when we met up with them, except for Siri. Siri was a wonderful. I can't remember her name.
Detective
Eliza?
Malza?
Elisa.
That's it. A wonderful, like, possibly like one of the few not terrible cops in existence. But also it's Siri, so was it really a cop? Are you just pretending to be one? Is that okay?
Eh.
it's a thin line.
I mean, there was layers of pretending happening, so.
So as we did some shenanigans, we ended up falling into the sewers, where we met up with a bunch of people calling themselves Morlocks, and it was revealed that yes, we are having a shared universe inside of our shared universe by incorporating the world of Disney's Gargoyles with the world of the 90s animated Marvel TV series. So that is Spider-Man, X-Men, Hulk. There was an Iron Man animated TV series in the 90s that was kind of terrible, and I do have it on DVD.
There was also like a West Coast Avengers one. I want to say it was.
Oh
really
yeah.
Okay, low key, I loved that show. I don't know what, because even then, I knew it was bad. I could look and go, I know this is bad, but I so rarely get to see it because it is never aired. That every time I watch an episode, it feels special because it would only come on at like midnight after a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm like, we just need to fill a time slot here. So yes, there's a whole bunch of shenanigans. Ciri revealed themselves to be taking the guise of Mystique. We think it could be something else entirely. We don't know. Now, does anybody actively recall where we ended the last session, or are we all okay kind of retconning and putting ourselves in a situation where we go like, okay, we'll start from this point?
I think we ended like right as.
Yeah, we ended with the Mystique reveal, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we had chased Demona down into the sewers. Goliath and Demona are off chasing each other. Goliath has the big murder happening. Let's see, met the Morlocks who were like, haha, you're not gonna mess with Demona, she's one of ours. And then Mystique appeared, who no longer has cat ears now, and yeah.
Okay. So, I think we can probably pick up from roundabout there. So, we have Callisto, the 90s version of Callisto, so short, blue hair, eye patch. You probably want her to maybe step on you a little bit. Like that vibe.
I mean,
No one's
You were
arguing.
all-
Not.
leather
No one's
vest,
arguing.
Come on.
The 90s really, really shaped a lot of our existence, didn't it? With just the people it put in our children's
Yeah,
TV shows.
It's fun to go back and be like, oh, that explains a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You've
What do
got-
you mean that cartoon about the queer analog made us attracted to queer people? What? No.
What do you mean the show where the literal, like,
It's a mystery.
entirely naked man gargoyle, like, no, that could have nothing to do with it. Like, no. Like, he just walked around
Yeah.
naked. Just a loincloth, it's fine.
Sure was.
It was.
Keith David says, what? Anything, and I'm good with it.
I mean,
Oh, where the hell? That went off.
now that we've all
Um,
had a moment to fan ourselves dramatically.
Yes, okay, so let's pick up with Callisto. She, after Mystique makes their appearance, Callisto is immediately going to back down any kind of aggression that she was showing, and she is going to be... How would she begin this interaction, do you think? I believe it'd be through the lines of... well, in my mind, I'm trying to think of what the appropriate title Callisto might call Mystique, like
Lady
boss.
Mystique, right?
Lady Mystique, that sounds about right.
I feel like I've heard that before.
I feel that sounds right. So, yeah, we'll go with that. And she's just gonna be like, Lady Mystique, you've returned to us. Like, how can we be of service to you? What do you need us for?
No cat ears anymore, so I don't know.
Oh God, have I got to do this myself?
Hey!
So, Bardic is gonna talk to himself for a few moments, and then we'll try. Okay, so I think the interaction here will go Callisto, Mystique. Callisto will be like, okay, so what do you need us for? Mystique's like, I don't know, I just got here. No,
So, okay, injecting into that confusion then, how about a voice from the sewers?
please let a voice from the sewers help me.
Perhaps I can fill in some information. As the shadows part to reveal an older gentleman floating down the tunnel in this beautiful crimson outfit, a cape billowing in wind that there's no wind down here, there's no way. And this amazing helmet on. with these beautiful cat ears on it.
Yes!
As motherfucking Magneto shows up.
I
Yes.
think I've read that fanfic.
That exact line, just someone wrote, and motherfucking Magneto. Also, personal headcanon. The reason Magneto's cape always flutters is he has purposely put small amounts of metal lining the cape so he can always make it flutter dramatically.
Yep.
See, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. He's
Is-
just dramatic enough to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Look,
Mm-hmm.
Magneto is an old gay. Magneto knows exactly how fabulous he needs to be at any given moment.
Oh, yes. Magneto is entirely that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I like to imagine that the show Vicious is just him and Xavier in their later years.
So it was just a very brief moment for me to, brag. I got to work with Patrick Stewart once. Probably one of the most, didn't actually get to talk to him that much, but, would be around, and he would be doing his nicest human being I have ever come across.
Oh.
So serious and dedicated to his craft, and I remember, I only had, a few moments to interact, and literally, because so many people run up to him and go, oh, Picard, oh, Xavier, and I just said, because I was working with him with the RSC, I think it was when they were filming Macbeth or something, it's a very long time ago, and I just said, The Tempest, I saw him in that, he was like, and he was just such a good guy, he was so cool.
He was at a con I went to a few years ago. If there was a video of a girl who was talking to him, and it was this thing about domestic abuse, it was a whole thing. I did not get to go to that big. It wasn't really a panel. It was in a big open space there at the con, because my friend dragged us to what he assured us would be a fantastic fan film about. I don't even remember the anime now. It was terrible. It was made by Texas separatists.
Oh.
Yeah,
oh
I
no,
have.
like Sovsits?
Basically, yeah, they
Oh,
were wearing the
no.
"come and take it" shirts, and I was just like, "Oh no, why?
Oh, no.
Why did you take me here?" He apologized to us profusely after, but I did get to see Patrick Stewart as we were sneaking out. So
He just an amazing human being, and I know that's not Magneto, it's not him, but together they're just wonderful, wonderful human beings. They've done so much good stuff. Yes, so Magneto, being that bitch, makes a dramatic entrance. All the Morlocks immediately, it's not like a super subservient, but it's a very respectful, down onto one knee, bow the head. This isn't fear, this is respect at the highest possible caliber. And Mystique and Callisto will do the same. Just head down. Xylene and Rissix, how do you react to this? Because obviously you can see the cat ears.
I'm gonna, at seeing the cat ears, I presume I had my hands out oh my god, we come in peace. I'm just gonna drop them, roll my eyes, and go, oh my god, what did you do now?
I'm just gonna have that awkward smile, the slightly gritted teeth, what is happening? Oh my god. Just play calm. Yeah.
Magneto's just gonna look over at the two of you and give a nice little cat eye wink. Right. We are here. My mutants. My family. There are lost souls down in these sewers. Two of what they call gargoyles. But are not the gargoyles just mutants like us? Cast aside by the world. And
Immediately
shunned.
you start getting yeahs and hoops and hollers and fist pumps and yes.
Yeah, because we're still gargoyles, aren't we? As well?
Yep.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
I'll just do the golf clap.
In response to this, Callisto, well, she'll look up me and okay, so my memory is atrocious and I should have written some things down. What is the name of the absolute asshole senator in X-Men War? Because I want to say Trask, but I think that's a different person.
No, that's a
Trask
different
is the
person.
scientist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Henry Gyrich is his aide.
Senator
The one
Kelly.
heavily-
Senator Robert Kelly.
Kelly, yeah. Because it's Kelly and who's the other one who's heavily associated with the Sentinel program?
That's
That's
Baldwin.
Trask.
Okay, yeah. There's so many of these which I just struggle to remember who is who, because my brain is a little bit muddled all over. So Callisto will chime in and be like, Lord, Trask has been making moves. I've been having meetings with Xanatos. I know they're up to something. If you would just grant me permission to go above the surface and I will find them. I will destroy everything that they are working on.
Patience, Callisto. Or if we fight on two battlefronts, we will lose. But if we join, we bring these gargoyles into the mutant fold, show them we are all alike, and present a united front, we will surely be victorious.
As much, I kind of want to just give that to you, but a part of me is like, we should probably roll dice, because that's like part of the game, right?
You like convince somebody's a literal roll, so
Yeah, that's the thing.
let's see. Yeah, why not? That is a 7.
Okay, so 7 will do it, but needs some clear assurance or evidence. Do you have clear assurance or evidence that if we get the gargoyles on side, that there's no way we can lose to anyone ever?
Yes, I do. Just gesture at the two gargoyles over here. After all, behold their strength.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do that like strongman pose, the young bucks like leaning to the side with the arms out.
And their
I'll pick up a big
magical
boulder.
abilities.
I'm going to roll to just like ta-da, a little like fireworks.
So, Rissix would like to roll to Tada.
Yes, I would like to roll to ta-da. Let me find that
Please do.
screen.
Yeah. Let's see how that goes.
Okay. Okay, I have to open up the page here. Let's see. Rolls. Why are you not opening? Basic moves. Okay, to cast magic.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Roll with mastery. And how many dice do I roll again? It's 2.
2.
2d6. That is literally the only dice we roll for this game.
Okay, I have
Very easy.
3 out and
That's your advantage
get
dice
that
if you
other
use one.
back. Oh, okay. I'll just leave that over there then. 2. So with mastery, so that is +2 for me.
Oh wow, I totally forgot that I roll with.
I got a 6
You got a 6.
total. I
Maybe
rolled a
you wanna-
4. I feel
Why
like it's
don't
kind
we
of
use a
funnier if I
link?
just like ta-da, and it's just like the saddest little sparkler.
Okay. So, a 6 misses. So, I do like the idea that it's a really sad little sparkle. It's like,
I'm just gonna look at my hands, look at them, and go, I don't know, this has never happened to me before. I mean, maybe
Just gonna
pop
look at
music.
Xylene.
Even
I'm gonna
something
I'm
to
gonna
get
call
us
it
in the mood.
performance anxiety. She has performance anxiety.
So, yeah. The thing that's really funny to me is this is the exact kind of joke a 90s cartoon would make.
Yeah.
Complete with the joke about performance anxiety for the adults to get, but not the kids.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Xylene, would you like to try and recover? Obviously, if you don't have to roll magic, you could, if you're also wanting to show off strength, you could roll to like punch a hole in the wall or something, or something else entirely. Anything you can think of that you think would be like, this is my moment.
Yeah, can I pick up a convenient sewer boulder that's like just lift?
I think so. Okay, so what would
Think-
be?
I would guess it could strike with intense dart, isn't it?
Strike
Could
with
I
intent.
justify?
You could totally justify that if you want to like hike that above your head and then like shatter it
Smash.
or throw it or yeah, you could totally justify doing that.
All right. Well, that's a 10 and it's a
Damn.
12.
Oh wow. Okay, so that's real good. It doesn't really matter what you choose because this is more of a display of stonkness. So yeah, please take narrative control over what this looks like and
Yeah,
how
so
amazing it looks.
so convenient sewer boulder. Xylene is just going to like easily lift it, push it above her head, toss it up, and just bam, punch and it shatters.
I like that.
I'm gonna look look to the side, look for the front, do the Vanna White, like ta-da.
With that, Callisto is very convinced, and Callisto is very much on side. She looks and acknowledges, like, "Damn, we should get some gargoyles. We should go find those ones who just ran past, and we should like help them. I think, or do something."
They fight amongst themselves like us mutants do with the X-Men and Xavier's twisted vision.
When you say the X-Men and talk about Xavier, you see there's a very expected reaction. Wanting to work with the humans.
Seeing their reaction, I'm just gonna awkwardly in the back like boo, hiss. Oh no. And just obviously have no idea what they're talking about, but I just want to be part of the team here.
I just have a lot of feelings.
I really want you don't even go here, go to the shop.
Yeah, somewhere in the back there's a mutant in a hoodie and sunglasses.
Like, I'm so glad we amuse ourselves. Oh, no, I love this. This is really good, top quality content. Okay, so yeah, everyone is on side. You very much what instruction are you giving to maybe stop the fighting, or to what is the goal that you intend to accomplish here, Magneto?
So the goal is Demona and Goliath are fighting. We need to get them to stop fighting and work together with us.
Yes.
Can we call him Catnito?
Tetnito?
Catnito.
Cat. Yes.
Meowed Nito?
Oh, that's better. That's better.
Yes.
See, I'm wondering if there's a way to make it Magneto, but I don't think that works. But that's too many syllables.
Magmuto? Magneto beans. There you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Magneto beans. Done.
Okay. So, what we do know, and what you know is you know that something happened to Goliath to make him do an angry. So you probably need to go and catch up, or you need to do something to stop the Angie, or you know, not Magneto, your Magneto, seems, or Goliath is probably not going to be much use to anybody. In fact, he's probably going to be very detrimental to everybody if he just runs around and does an Angie everywhere. So, what instruction would you like to give, or what? Is it instruction? Yeah, it's instruction. What instruction would you like to give to all the mutants down here, and then subsequently Rissix and Xylene? All right, let's get a moving. Let's do the thing.
Mutants transform and roll out.
That part of the same universe? I mean, possible.
I don't think. I think Transformers is owned by. I don't remember.
Hasbro?
Yeah, I think that was the weird Hasbro, like, we're gonna create a cartoon to sell more toys.
Yeah.
Because the Ninja Turtles are someone. I don't know.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
That one.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I think there were Image Comics originally. No, Dark Horse Comics.
Yeah.
Image?
One
of those two.
I want to say Dark Horse, but I could be wrong.
Oh, there was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Disney World show.
No.
This is true.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, was it Disney World or was it Universal Studios?
Yeah, it's an extinct Disney World show, apparently.
Oh.
Because it's MGM, and in the early days of that, you could see non-Disney properties there. So, throw it out there, or in the store. The instructions are as follows: go find where they are. Myself, Mystique, and the gargoyles here will handle it.
All right. I think that is some good instructions, and with that, the Morlocks, they'll disappear in a variety of different ways. So one will just like sink into the floor, one will just disappear in front of you, and just going showing off a variety of interesting and unique mutant abilities to try and find things. Leaving the three of you with Mystique. Would anybody wish to interact with Mystique? Yeah.
Speaking of step on me energy, I want to roll a heart connection.
Thank you for rolling for that.
Okay, yes, please do.
Okay, alright. I have just pre-rolled all my dice to try and see which ones might not mess me up the most. Oh no. 4 minus 1, that's 3.
Oh.
Oh no.
Okay,
Oh.
so on a miss, your link move doesn't trigger, and I get to give you a link, but also picks one. Okay, so you were trying to roll hard because
Yes.
we're all still. Look, 90s cartoons were filled with characters we still have massive crushes on, and they're not going anywhere. Now, how does Mystique feel about this gargoyle? This gargoyle that just was told,
Yeah, I'm gonna
hey,
look at her and just like wink.
And had performance anxiety.
My eyelashes get stuck together, just like ah. Or like a sewer fly flies into my eye, just ah.
I think because Mystique is just like stone cold. She's a badass. I think watching this, as far as she is aware, fairly incompetent buffoon. I think Mystique will give you that glare of no. And Mystique is gonna form a dark link with you.
Tracks.
Look, we get to do enemies to lovers. We get to do that part. We get to do the whole I'm above you, I'm more important than you, and then actually I'm really interesting. Cool, please don't hate me.
So she forms a dark link with me. Do I form one with her back?
So
It's
I believe.
been a while.
I'm trying to remember how this works. So it's saying I give you a link.
Mhm.
So Mystique gets with Dark Link View, but your link doesn't have to be the same. Unfortunately, it won't be the one you wanted. Do we think we could justify? Because you're seeing Mystique, and she is obviously a total flippin' badass, and just cool, and just everything the vast majority of us as children and teenagers wanted to be when we grew up. Could we justify a mastery link? Because you want to learn from Mystique, you want to be like Mystique.
I think I could justify that.
Yeah, so please get a mastery link with Mystique.
Woo.
I'd like to roll a heart link, or not a heart, a light link. I just want to be her friend. I don't want to
Yeah,
be like her. I just want to be her friend.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 9.
Okay. So for light link, your move doesn't trigger on a 9, but you do get the link. It's light. So Mystique, after she's kind of done glaring at Rissix, who is just being the most adorably awkward mess possible, she'll immediately look over to you, Xylene, and kind of give like a little nod, like a little. I respect
I'll
what you
give
did to
the-
the older. I
Oh,
respect.
thanks. Appreciate it. And I'm doing like the sup nod like a couple of times.
And I'm gonna roll a
I'm doing-
mastery link because of course, and that's an 11.
11, you get a link, and I don't believe your link move triggers because yours is a specific thing, isn't it?
Let me see. Yes, it's only a light link. Okay.
Yeah, but that's fine. You get the mastery link. You get to keep hold of that, and of course, she'll then turn to Magneto Beans.
I love it.
It's so good, and she'll just kind of look up. See, I respect everything that you're working towards, my lord. But do we really think that we think Callisto and her team are up to it? Can we trust these newcomers, these outsiders? I
I
respect.
believe
the-
we can. They will be, again, they are like us. They are mutants, cast aside by the cruel world of humans.
May not always fully understand your plans, but who am I to question them? At least half of them seem capable. The other one, I'm sure she tries.
Just wait, have faith in these gargoyles. They will impress you. But now, we must stop the others' rampage. Swish,
And
flick, float away dramatically.
please tell me that you actually say that.
Oh,
as
yes.
you do it.
All of that. All out loud.
Okay. So, for plot convenience, I believe after that interaction, one of the Morlocks will pop back up. One will just will just float out of the ground. It's like, we found them. We've got them. The big, very attractive man one has got the other one pinned in a corner. They're this way. Shh, let's go.
Gonna immediately just bolt in that direction.
Alrighty.
Same.
So, we do a run. We do a sprint through the sewers. Does anybody have anything that they would like to do or say or think about to themselves or to the group as we transition scenes?
How are we going to help Goliath? Are we gonna have to like? Am I gonna have to like knock sense into him, like I did with that one person? You know.
Possibly. Although, if we can convince Demona that we're on the same side, perhaps she will drop whatever charm she has upon him. Wait, who has the book right now? Is it us or is it Demona?
Yeah, we have. I think
You
we
have the
have the
book.
book, and we
Oh, okay,
left it
right.
with Siri. I think Siri was the last one holding it.
I recall a page.
Oh
was
yeah, I
written
sure
down.
do have the book. Oh, which means
I
Mystique
forgot
has
what
the
the book
book.
Mystique's tagging along with you though.
Yeah,
Could someone remind me what the book was?
that's
It's
the Gargoyles magic book.
Oh, right.
Because
It's
Mona was using it for shenanigans.
Yeah.
And we took a page out of it, the True Sight one, which
Yes.
Rissix has now.
That sounds about right.
Because Siri snuck it away, and Rissix was like, ah. And Siri's like, no, I
Bad
don't
kitty.
want them to see us. You take this. Oh, God. Hide this from them.
All right.
So it is right now wadded up in my back pocket. Great.
Mm-hmm.
Your gargoyle
Okay.
pocket.
Yes.
Goggles have pockets.
This gargoyle has pockets. Mystique, can I have that book, please?
Mystique will. Look, here's a question. You've never really actually had to do this. After Siri stops being in control of somebody, how much do they recall? How much sentience do they maintain? Like,
That's a good question. We've never had to deal
Yeah.
with that.
no, because usually we just leave.
That's probably a roll we need to make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna read it if it does anything. Because it just says you're a different person.
So, mechanically, mechanically, there is no rule for this, but I think that's because the writer assumes that you'll just play a different character. It's fine. We've decided to give a narrative reasoning, and so now we need to figure out, does our narrative reasoning impose a mechanic on everything?
I kind of like the idea of... Yeah, we should probably do a roll and just see what happens.
Yeah. Is there any role you think would work, or just do a generic 2d6 and make a decision off of that?
What about push through stress, maybe?
I think you could justify push through stress.
Yeah.
So, this is actually really good because this is the first time we actually get to do this. So you push through stress
Mhm.
actually works differently from all the other roles. You know how usually you just add your score?
Yeah.
Push through stress allows you to roll with your links. So if you wanted to roll dark, for example, you would roll with the number that you would add the number of links that you
Oh.
have of that type.
Okay.
That caps out at 4.
Interesting.
Oh boy. All right.
So I get to choose which link you'd get to roll based on the situation.
Yeah.
Now, there's quite a few ways this could go. Inherently, my mind tells me to lean towards dark because there's a little bit of manipulation in there. There's a little bit of, hey, don't realize I was piloting your body for a few minutes there. But I'm just wondering if anything else would work better or not.
Heart?
Is there
Because
anything
maybe
that
they
you would
could
like?
Heart would
learn
be the
something
only
about
other thing that I
themselves?
could. Yeah, it's heart to, I guess, see how much. Because we're heartless.
Like, yeah, did they
So
did
how
they
much
like
of-
learn something from the experience? I guess maybe.
Okay.
So like successful, they remember and learn something. Or, I don't know.
So, I will allow you, Siri, to decide which you would prefer, dark or heart.
I kind of like the idea of heart on a 10, like Rizix was saying, a 10 plus. It's they remember and they learn something positive from it, so it's a very positive experience. A neutral, they remember, but it's not necessarily, well, or they don't remember on the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're just like, I'm here now. Okay, it's like blank slate. And on a miss, it's they remember and it's negative.
I like this. I very much like this. It's a good system. Okay, so
I guess appropriate positive or negatives depending on if Siri was good or not good in their body at the time.
Did you remember to feed and water your I don't know what the word is for something that is possessed.
Host?
Host?
Host.
Yeah.
Thank you. Look, my brain has been mush for the last, 2 months.
What do you mean my actions can have consequences? Uh-oh.
Okay.
So yeah, let's do that.
Well, yeah, let's do it.
That is going to be... And I roll with the amount of heart links I have?
Yes, and it caps out at 4.
Alright, well I have 3. Rolled a 7. And I have no... Okay, so I don't add the heart anyway, so that's a 10.
Ooh.
Okay.
So 10 is there. So yeah, Mystique.
10.
So Mystique recalls everything, and you know what? Mystique does have a positive recollection, because while she was there doing all this infiltrating, she got to see and interact with gargoyles and see that they are capable, they are worthwhile having on side, and that I suppose would also see that they too have been treated very terribly by humans and would definitely make for really good allies. So she's very happy to help, along with just having a vague understanding, like, okay, so the book is the reason, so yeah, this is useful. So she'll pull a book out and go, I've got it here, Master. Don't know if we have what we need. Obviously, it's some of it has been damaged and stolen, but
Just whistling in the background.
Very gravelly. Well, let's take a look and just float the book up and start thumbing through it with, mind powers. Because why not?
Okay. So
Yeah, there's gold filigree or something in the book.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure it was an illuminated book too, so I mean that's metallic inks.
of course it is. Of course it is. That is exactly it. It's got a gold binding on the side, so you can just. I know that's not magnetic, but who cares?
Yeah, but Magneto does stuff with non-magnetic metals all the time anyway, so.
Oh yeah.
So, I don't think I would have to go and read and find it, but comic books are weird, and so there's 27 different people who've written Magneto over the years, at least, and they've all got different interpretations of exactly how his powers work. And in my mind, it's basically just very limited telekinesis. It's just metal. It's yeah, that's fine. Do what you want with it. It's metal.
Yeah, he has the power over magnetism and the manipulation of both ferrous and non-ferrous metals specifically.
Oh.
My brain is just trying to go through all the wild stuff Magneto's done. And I'm like, his powers actually do that. So thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are trying to find maybe the counter spell or something of use in this book, correct?
Yes.
Now, obviously you're doing this as we're just sprinting, you're just running. Well, you're not sprinting, you're flying. Do we feel like there is something you could roll or do we feel that this should just be a roleplay thing?
Deep dive? I mean,
Deep-
that's
Deep dive would do it, yes. So glad someone has got ideas.
okay. Yeah. All right. I will do that. Let's see. Roll with heart. All right. Sweet. I don't think I get a plus to that.
You roll with heart.
Yeah, so I don't get a plus to that. All right, that's 9.
9. Okay, so and
my
obviously
special thing.
your special thing means I get to ask you one question. Okay, so I'm going to ask you, what here could you use to blank?
What here could I use to break the spell?
There you go. And the answer is probably the
Yeah.
book.
There we go. Yep. There is a counter spell in the book.
There we go. All right. So, as you're flying through, people are running behind you, or in front of you. I don't know where you want to put yourself in the marching order. But
Oh, Magneto leads.
damn right he does. You will reach a dead end where you see Demona, who she's on the floor, back against the wall. Goliath is like looming over her, arm raised, ready to strike down, like clearly heavily enraged. How would we like to interject here?
Cast of spell.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay quiet, but get into like a ready to jump in case something goes wrong, sort of stance.
Yeah, I'm gonna have like pause and have my hands at the ready to start casting.
And okay, now I'm trying to remember something because my brain is telling me that this was a thing. In the 90s X-Men cartoon, Mystique usually had like a massive machine gun, right? Like, that
What?
sounds like I seem to vaguely recall that. Like she just had like a
I'm pretty sure
massive
she
gun.
did a few times.
Oh.
Yeah, I think so.
Because although that might just be some of the comics from that time, because I believe that was a Mystique where she had like the white, like skin tight white dress, or, like
Right.
kind of like a top dress with like like no leg covering. I know that has a
Yeah.
name where it just has like the flappy fabric in the front and the back, and,
Yeah,
like
and she
skull
had, like,
necklace.
that skull belt.
Yeah, and I just seem to remember having like this massive gun. So I just love the idea that she just pulls out this like no one asks where it comes from. It's just there. Because once again, 90s cartoons clearly giving us all like huge, giving us all huge something.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. When do you get experience again? When you fail rolls too, right? Or
Specific
it's-
rolls.
I believe it is
Yeah.
when you. Oh gosh,
yeah, I'm
I
trying
believe
to
it is when you-
find.
fail.
Oh, like when you were rolling for making
When I
that
was,
link,
like-
by the way, was that your lowest stat?
Yes.
Yeah,
I-
if
Did you
it's
mark
with your
experience for
lowest
that?
stat,
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Heart was my lowest stat. So,
Hmm.
hey, if that's true, then I finally have enough XP for an advancement.
Ooh, that's something good. You'll gain experience when you do my spending links. Okay, you can also spend links to get things
spending
as
links,
well.
fail, roll, or specific playbook moves.
Okay.
Yeah. Then
Can I get that move now, or is it at the end of the session?
if you've got an idea for it now, like, if you know exactly what it is you'd like, I'm more than happy to say, yeah, grab that now.
I'm trying to. It's really tough looking at Roll20 on my phone. They need to like work on that app.
Yeah,
I
it's
am
not good
astounded
for.
they don't have a good mobile app yet.
Okay. I want the prestige.
Ooh. Okay. So, do you want to tell us exactly what that does? Or would you like to save that as a special tool we'll use later?
I'm gonna save it.
Okay, cool. Oh, wait, hang on, I've just realized. The Prestige,
Mhm.
That is, you can only take that after 3
Oh.
advancements.
Ah.
Ha. Okay, never mind.
That's like your big special one.
In that case, Mystic Secrets.
Ooh, that one's also good.
Interesting.
I like that. I very much like that. That's a really good way to the power game. Just go, ha. So, to just explain what this is, because I know we're reading this, and I assume most people don't just sit down and watch this with a PDF out. But Mystic Secrets allows Rissix to mark experience every time she knows something that helps, but refuses to tell anybody. So I just find that an amusing little thing. I find it very juicy. It's gonna be drama.
Knows all of the secrets.
Drama. Okay. So Magneto, Eves. Would you like to try and cast magic on Goliath
Yeah.
to see if you can break the spell right off the bat?
Yeah, let's give that a shot. Survey set. That's an 8.
Okay, so an 8. You get to pick one. Do you have the list in front of you, or do you want me to?
Yep.
Read
I
out the
think we're
options.
gonna have to go with a semi-permanent condition, right?
That sounds good to me. So, semi-permanent being no more Angie, please.
Yeah.
Just calm down.
Regain your senses.
Also, can I just say how much I love the aesthetic of Magneto just whipping out a spell book? It's so cool.
Regain your senses, brother of stone.
Okay. So with that, Goliath, you see Goliath like has a moment of internal struggle. You can see that because the camera will pan straight to Goliath's face and he grimaces and goes. "Urgh! Urgh." But yes, there's a flicker and the eyes, which have been blood red, they kind of flicker and they start to return to normal. You can see he's really struggling here as he just about manages to recover some of himself, and his hand swings down. It does not strike Demona, instead it strikes the floor in front of her, and Goliath then wraps his wings around himself and basically trying to create like a little comfort blanket. It's like, I did not like how angry I just was. That was not pleasant. That was... Ooh. So you have successfully avoided a big confrontation here, which is very good. How would you all like to proceed?
You want me to take it, or?
Xylene's gonna kind of pause for a moment and just be like, "Hey, are you okay? Do you need a moment?" Just kind of seeing how withdrawn.
Goliath is... He's knelt down, wings wrapped around himself, and he's just going to sigh very slowly. And you can tell he is very distressed. Not so much at, ooh, I got possessed, and ooh, I did this thing. More about, okay, no, I probably would have like just destroyed Demona if you hadn't interjected here. That's not a pleasant thing to acknowledge, but I have that anger and vitriol inside of me. I want to be a better person, and that was not something I planned for today. And obviously Goliath doesn't say all these words because Goliath is a stoic man.
His sighs speak volumes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
His sigh says all of that.
Yeah, just this deep sigh and just goes, "Thank you. It was good that you all arrived when you did. I am deeply troubled by these actions. Now, your put it behind us. Who are you, fabulous man in purple?
I am Magneto,
Beans.
leader of mutants and friend of all mutant kind. Those who would be turned aside by the humans for being different.
With this, Goliath stands up as tall as he possibly can to look Magneto in the eyes. It's a very dramatic moment, and you can hear the fanfic writers getting started.
Oh.
as,
Furious pencil scratching in the background.
yes. As Goliath sternly looks at Magneto, clips his wings to create a cloak. It's very reminiscent of Magneto's. He goes, I am Goliath, leader of the Gargoyles. People rejected by humanity despite our numerous attempts to help it. Perhaps we could be alive.
Yes, indeed. I have witnessed the plight of the gargoyles, seen how you have been treated by humans, no matter your attempts to help them. They constantly betray you, attack you, try to destroy you, drive you from your home, and even attempt to turn you against each other, gesturing at Demona and Goliath.
Yeah, Demona is standing up and dusting herself off and going and conveniently standing next to Mystique, the other blue-skinned, red-haired, just
It's an
massive,
aesthetic.
confusing emotions. But
Okay, that
very...
just made a lot of things make sense. to me.
Right, it's just so much aesthetic, like, just, it was a thing. It was a thing.
So clearly, we all just like blue-skinned creatures, right? That's it. Blue skin, red hair,
Uh,
step on you, and
Real quick,
I'm going back through my fictional crushes and being like, huh.
it makes sense.
I don't have an aesthetic. Look
Can
at
I
the
do
crushes.
a deep dive real quick?
I would love for you to do a deep dive.
Because I just thought about something. That's a 10 on the dice. So, 3 questions. What do you want to ask me? Or actually,
I want to ask.
yeah, go ahead.
Do you want to ask yours first, or
No, I guess, what is the biggest threat here? We already know it was done here recently. What here could I use to convince both of them to work together? Are my 2 questions.
Okay, so I can actually answer those in one very quick and easy way. Now, due to plot convenience, someone is carrying a portable radio, I suppose, or I don't know, some form of a news bulletin can be heard. And
More like carrying a boombox.
at that moment, a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle is just walking in the background.
Huh?
Goes, ignore me!
That was a weird one.
Ignore me. Oh God, yes.
Deep breath. But yes, a news bulletin immediately goes, breaking news, all that stuff, and you hear the also dulcet and calming tones of J. Jonah Jameson is here. He's going to talk about those damn mutants and gargoyles. You know what? We're putting a stop to all of them. As right now, Xanatos has made Xanatos Incorporation has made a deal with
Trask
what's the
Industries,
name
I
of-
think.
Yeah, with Trask Industries to work on the new and improved flippity
Sentinel?
I know
The
Sentinel.
Sentinels, yeah.
What was the name, if anyone else can remember, of Xanatos' like mecha gargoyles? Did
Oh
they have
The
a
Iron
god.
Clan? They're the Iron Clan, right?
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
so.
So the yeah. Where was I? Yeah. Xanatos Industries and Trask Industries are working together to create, well, not create, to launch the brand new Iron Clan Sentinels. That's gonna get rid of all those abominations against humanity. The gargoyles,
Okay.
the mutants, and even that damn Spider-Man.
Just as an aside, with that voice, I can't wait until we go to the Gravity Falls universe.
Okay, so that is the answer of what could make these two work together, and what is the biggest threat here. That is the biggest threat here.
And that
Now.
could make people work together.
Yeah, because that's gonna hurt everybody real bad. Now, what can I ask you? What could I ask you? What? Yeah, go on then. What here is not as it seems?
I was hoping you would ask me that one.
I love how we get on these little wavelengths.
So, Magneto Beans is just gonna look over to Mona for a moment. Kind of like tilt their head and notice that circlet that's being worn. And go, wait a moment. Just reaches out, the circlet lifts and is crushed. I knew something felt wrong.
So, with that, you see Demona kind of like shake her head and like, I can see, I'm free. I'm going to destroy Zarathos and destroy Trask. You. Demona's gonna look you up and down, and then look over at Mystique and we need to have a conversation about copyright. You. How can I serve you? You have freed me.
I ask for no servitude. I simply seek allies in the fight against the humans that would destroy us.
I get to destroy humans. I will gladly fight to my dying breath.
You see, my fellow mutants, gesturing at everyone at this point, they even control the gargoyles. The same way Xavier attempts to control with his mind, on benefit of the humans. But see, they would enslave us given an opportunity, destroy us. You heard the radio. We must fight back.
I believe this is met with uproarious applause and just hooting and hollering and yeah.
I'm gonna quietly whisper to Rissix, like, while this is all happening, because I don't know what the heck's going on. I'm just gonna be like, there's a lot of really strong emotions here, and I don't know how to feel about it.
Yeah, I feel really awkward. Like,
Right? Like, you should just sort of shuffle out side.
yeah, like
Yeah.
we're at someone else's party and like they all know what's going on.
Yeah.
You got invited to someone else's party and like, you know, you don't
It's
want
like
to be
you
rude.
have the one friend that you know, and they're talking about all this stuff that you don't understand with their other friends. And you're just
Yeah.
there in the corner, like smiling politely with a drink and just like nodding to the music.
Like, I totally know what's going on. Yeah, no.
So Siri is, while everyone's doing the uproarious applause thing, gonna like float over to Rissix and Xylene and be like, all right, let me fill you in.
Please do.
as we're like eyeing the exit.
Yeah, I
Okay.
am so lost.
Okay, so I'm currently like a leader of these mutants. Which is, there's two factions of mutants. There's the ones with old man in wheelchair that is bald that controls people's minds. Then there's this one that is very fabulous, floats everywhere. Love it. They are on opposite sides. One wants to work with the human people. This one wants to mostly just have place for their weird people to be weird someplace, not interfered with by
makes sense.
humans.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So, gargoyles, they're weird people. Mutants, they're weird people. We're together. Now, as far as
Okay.
the darkness, I'm going to guess it has to do with those humans teaming up. That or the one on the radio.
I mean,
It's the one
seems
on
likely.
the radio.
He is kind of telling people what to think.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
mind control.
Let's go find him.
Yeah.
Wait, that was the same voice I heard in that little box thing. You know, the gummy phone
Oh yeah.
XL thing.
Yeah.
It's that
That's
one.
weird.
We have
That's
a
the source
lead.
of darkness.
I mean, I wouldn't say 100% just yet, but I feel like it's really worth checking out.
Maybe like an offshoot of like a, you know, tentacle or something. I don't know. All I know is we're in a really edgy world. And, like, this is not as pleasant as the Muppet one. But anyway, yeah, we should go
They're
check
really
out that lead.
angry.
Yeah, like they just need to calm down. I don't know. Anyway.
I'm going to send them to go fight over there. We're going to go find the angry voice box.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, break.
At some point in this, the series filmer needs to say, okay, the fabulous one, he's not wrong. He was completely right.
Oh, yeah.
We don't question it.
Oh, and also, this one, totally the right one.
Magneto was right.
Goddamn right it was.
I need that shirt.
I'm fairly certain Capjack has that shirt. No? Ah.
I don't, but I do need to get one. Or at least a pin.
Right?
Okay, I think what we need to do. I mean, I don't know if we could get away with it, but I vaguely recall Teddy asking about merch. What if we get Magneto Beans was right?
Oh, like a kidified chibi Magneto?
Yes.
That's transformative enough that I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
it's,
you could
you
just
can get
have
away
like
with it.
you could just have like the outline of a helmet with cat ears poking out.
Actually, that's perfect.
Yeah.
All right, someone
That's
write that
good.
down. 'Cause I will forget.
Uh-huh. Put that down.
Oh, I want that. I also, low-key, I think that would make an amazing tattoo. Like, my
Hell
brain is
yeah,
like,
actually.
that'd be a really
Yeah.
cool tattoo. Alright, brain. Try to remember that somewhere. Alright. Okay, so with that, Mystique and Demona, they get the Morlocks, and you know what? Some of the Brotherhood of mutants, we're not going to call them evil. They're not evil. Just ignore the ones that are actual murderers.
The Brotherhood of Mutants with poor PR.
See, that's a
The
good
Brotherhood
question. I
of
don't think
Evil? There's a question mark at the
I don't-
end.
I don't think they ever actually call themselves a Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. They're just the and someone else just
They're
slipped
the
in evil.
Brotherhood.
Yeah. It's a shame there's not a gender neutral term for that. Like, trying to think, is there an equivalent?
The Mutant Hood, though.
Yeah. I suppose the family of mutants doesn't quite have the same ring.
Yeah, the family got kind of ruined by Manson, but
Yeah, a little bit. And that other cult.
Cults like family.
They really do.
yeah,
I've
because
been
you can
listening
manipulate
to a
people easier
lot-
with it.
Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of cult podcasts lately while I've been like working and stuff. There's some just like, wow, You
Yeah,
actually
Fellowship's-
made a cult out of this.
Has a good ring to it, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, a fellowship, and it also brings in
Yeah,
Lord of
Fellowship.
the Rings.
That's a good suggestion. Chat, yay.
My captain, my king. Oh, that speech. Okay.
It's I don't think I've watched Lord of the Rings in a long time. When was I? Like 14. Yeah, nearly 14, 15 years ago. It's been that long since I've watched it. I'm a fake nerd. You got me.
I watched Fellowship
Those
again, I
legit
think it
used
was
to be
last
my-
month.
Those legit used to be like bedtime movies for me. Like I could just put them on and go to sleep.
Right.
Yeah,
Actually, just
I
had a friend
watch
give
them-
me some.
I watch it pretty much whenever they're on TV. I'm like flipping channels. It's like, oh, okay, I guess it's staying here now while I knit.
Yeah, because for the longest time they would have Fellowship and Return of the King on Netflix, but not Two Towers, and why? Why?
Yeah.
You're gonna
I
make me
actually
watch the
have
back
friends-
sheet? Is that what you're gonna do to me? Never watched that.
Oh my god, Soviet Lord of the Rings. Are y'all aware of this?
I just heard about it. I
No.
haven't seen anything.
Okay, it's on YouTube. In like, I thought it was the 70s. Apparently, it might have been like 1991. They made as far as I can tell, completely unlicensed Lord of the Rings like 2-hour TV movie, and it's on YouTube now. And if you go, like the screenshots I've seen are just like, wow, like Gandalf riding on a pigeon, and it's
Yes.
yeah.
I feel like
is
I need to watch
very-
this.
It is very
got
like
plans this
community
week, then.
theater production, and I love it.
And now I have something to do later today.
The fact that it was in the 90s, but you think it was from the 70s, that to me just that is so like Russian knockoff. Like everything is 20 years behind, and
It was
so
1991. Huh.
Okay, that's really cool.
Also, the animated series that came out from like 70, I think it was like 74, 75 for the first Hobbit or something for Hobbit, and then the span of like I think wasn't until the 80s where they got finished with the series. But those movies so bad but so good.
Yeah.
So,
I
but
think we
shiny
know the-
objects.
Yeah. I think it's established. We just love terrible media.
Oh yeah.
I
I'll
mean,
post a link to it
my
in
first-
chat.
the first Valentine's Day gift my spouse ever gave me because I wouldn't shut up about it was a DVD of Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter.
I
So that's
love
probably
that movie. It's
everything
so
You
great.
need to know about my taste.
God's bulgers.
That sounds amazing. I was unaware this existed.
Is
We should do a watch at some point.
yes.
Okay, so before I get too distracted by talking about various things, let's give ourselves a nice, convenient place to wrap up before we take a break, and that being Goliath, Demona, Mystique. You know what? They're gonna go get the rest of the gargoyles. We're gonna get the Morlocks. We're gonna get the Brotherhood. And well, for convenient, we'll just do a screen wipe, say that everyone is gathered. Where would you like to gather? In the sewers or at the gargoyles' apartment?
Oh, it's definitely going to be in the apartment because that like brilliant clock behind Magneto. Oh yeah,
Okay.
There's also
So-
food at the apartment, so
that's true.
Then we can hang out with Broadway, and Broadway's just going to make sandwiches again, and it's going to be amazing. I love Broadway; he's such a good boy. Yeah. So this whole group of people, and with my mind, it was like the '90s version of like Toad and Sabretooth and
Oh.
all just rammed in this tiny apartment with these gargoyles. So there's some hilarious interactions of exactly. Okay, quick fire. Which interactions did, like, which pairings are hanging out together, and what are they doing? Capjack.
Oh geez. I think Sabretooth and what's the name of the old guy again?
Hudson.
Hudson. And Hudson are totally hanging out like comparing fighting stuff. Yeah, those two are definitely chilling.
I think they're having an arm wrestling match. Just
Yeah, they
Aw,
do that.
nice.
yeah. Okay.
oh no. I I can't brain. I mean, how bad are we getting here?
It
Go
can be as
for
bad
it.
as you want.
I don't even know if I want Juggernaut with anybody, but I want Juggernaut in the corner, like sipping a dainty little cup of tea. I don't know. That's just where my brain is going.
Oh dear God, that's right. Wanda Maximoff is a
Whoop.
Brotherhood member.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so
Okay, she would totally be hanging out with Demona.
Oh yeah.
Somebody needs to be petting.
Oh,
What's
absolutely.
the dog's name?
Bronx.
Bronx.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to be in the corner, like petting Bronx, like who's a good boy.
That's gonna be I feel like that might be Quicksilver.
Aw, yes.
I see that. I totally see Juggernaut hanging out with Lexington, because Lexington being the tiniest little one, hanging out with the biggest one.
Yes.
Lexington, wasn't Lexington the one that the creator intended to be gay?
That's the Redskin one. I can't remember his name.
Brooklyn?
Brooklyn.
No, not Brooklyn.
Yeah. Oh, it might have been Lexington.
I think it
It's
was
one of those
Lexington.
two. It's one of those two. Maybe both of them. I don't know. They're all queer.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it depends which storyline we're into, by the way.
Somebody's
Okay,
just making
so we're
eyes at Juggernaut.
90s. So we don't have Frank Castle. The only human member ever inducted into the Brotherhood, interestingly enough. Yeah.
Doesn't like other humans as much as the Brotherhood doesn't.
No.
I know. I was joking.
Actually, it's kind of that. Taskmaster. Oh, that would have been great.
Aw.
So here's a question: at what point in the canon are we? Because is Rogue a member of the Brotherhood at this moment in time?
Currently, the 90s X-Men animated series is Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, which is Mystique, Blob, Avalanche, and Pyro. Okay.
Okay.
That's it.
I mean,
It's
we can
actually,
include-
actually pretty small.
We can include Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver because they appear in the series.
Yeah. We can include whoever we want. There's no law.
Yeah.
Yeah. We do what we want. I mean, I don't think is Juggernaut even. I don't think Juggernaut. Not a Brotherhood member. I don't think.
I don't know.
He kind of is vaguely affiliated with them.
I think it's. Yeah.
Yeah, Juggernaut's sometimes a member.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Yeah.
I mean, I believe in the 90s, with Juggernaut, they were still using the Juggernaut as Professor Xavier's stepbrother,
Yeah.
Yeah.
who isn't actually a mutant but got given magic powers by a big crystal.
The gem of
Yeah.
Kivarak.
Oh, it's so silly.
Yeah.
But we can say Juggernaut's there. Juggernaut's just hanging out in the corner, and
Yeah.
I have to try really hard to not give him the really, really, really bad. I totally forgot the actor's name from.
Vinnie Jones.
That's it. Just that awful. Like he's not even an actor. He's a. So I'm going to
He was
resist. And
fun
not...
in Euro Trip.
I forgot Eurotrip existed.
I kind of love that movie.
Like, it's been a long while, and I'm fairly certain if I watch, I'd go, "Wow, this is a thing."
Yeah.
But
I'm sure it would not age as well as I would hope, but
no, I'm
come
fairly
on,
certain
Scotty
there is.
doesn't know is a banger.
Scotty doesn't know is a banger. I think I still have that on my iPod somewhere, or on like. I know I have that on my iTunes somewhere at least. I used to love that song. Okay, before I continue to get too distracted.
Yeah.
Lauren,
Yes.
scene. Who's interacting with who? How's it look?
Okay, Hardy, Quicksilver, and Bronx. Scarlet Witch, Demona, and Mystique just in the corner being like the catty mean girls of the situation.
Just I think they're just there, confusing everybody's sexuality. Really,
I mean, that too.
just
They
existing.
can do both. They
No,
can do
that-
both.
And okay, so with that, Magneto Beans, would you like to give the rallying speech for us to end our first half on before we take a quick 5-minute break?
Mutants of all types, friends, family that have been cast aside, ridiculed, attacked by humanity. We will stand for this no more! Trask and Xanatos building armies to destroy us. We shall not let them. We shall strike at the very heart of them in their castles in the sky. And we shall bring them down once and for all.
Woo!
Awkward golf clap.
Alrighty, so with that, we'll take a quick little break so we can, stretch legs, bio break, food, drink, etc., etc., and we will be back as we initiate our. I don't know how many prongs are in this attack, but a multiple pronged attack upon the bad people. So, Capjack, if you could throw us on over to a break screen, that would be perfect.
Be back in a little bit, y'all.
Bye. And we are back. So, let's try and pick up where we left off. I give us approximately 30 seconds before we get distracted by something else, but we will try regardless. Where we left off was with a wonderful, rousing speech, and where does that lead us into? I assume there have been. Okay. How has the plan, like how have the plans been mapped out? Have you done it on like a dry erase board? Have you laid out like a very overly complicated map on a table using stacks of like biscuits and, well, not biscuits, cookies and crackers and like potato chips to mark who is what and where things are going? Or
Oh, please.
Is there a very complicated yarn murder board?
Please. Magneto is using floating pieces of metal and rocks, shaped like the entirety of New York City and where everyone looks like to do this. Come on.
I really love that. Okay. So, Magneto Beans, in that case, do you want to lay out the plan as you maneuver this miniature playboard of the city?
All right. Here's the plan. It will be a two-prong attack. Goliath, I would like you to lead the forces up to the castle. You know the terrain, it is your home. There you will find Trask and Xanatos.
Goliath will nod and goes, we can certainly accomplish this task. Who am I bringing with me? Just my team?
You'll take your gargoyles and like shoves the majority of the mutant team over into that direction on the board. Majority of the Brotherhood and the Morlocks.
At this moment, all the various pairings and whatnot we created and talked about, they all kind of look to each other and give a little like nod and like little elbow nudge and like, "Hey, you ready for this?" And you know, we've got little in jokes brewing already, and it's very wholesome. And we're planning on not murder, but basically murder.
An enthusiastic eviction of Xanatos and everything else.
There we go. That's the correct terminology.
We're just gonna unalive them.
Whatever it takes to get past the PG-13 rating.
Yeah. Now, Demona, Mystique, Scarlet Witch, you will come with myself and these two gargoyles, as we will take out their layer of disinformation. Is it Daily Bugle here, or is it...
It's Daily Bugle.
Okay, Daily Bugle.
Yes.
As we confront that madman, J. Jonah Jameson, at the Daily Bugle.
Yeah, the three causes of much sexual confusion. They seem very okay and down with this plan. There's a lot of nodding and agreement, and just creation of sexual confusion.
I'm assuming it's like early evening at this point now, because, you know, it'd be
Yeah.
awkward otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do. Actually, no. Let's start this at midday. We're gonna interrupt everybody's lunch hour. That's
The gargoyles will be in
yeah, that'd be the
stone
Would that
sleep
mean
then.
we turn to stone?
that
Well, it's like,
early
let's get
evening
shit- okay.
works. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. So, with the plans made and set in action, believe Goliath will take his leave, take his squadron. Will all head up to the roof. Now, I love the imagery of each one of the gargoyles getting one of the members of the Brotherhood, like, and just hopping onto their back and getting ready to leap out. And I'm not entirely certain how they take Juggernaut, but I
Two have
want
to take Juggernaut.
Yeah, just two of them grip Juggernaut, and Juggernaut's just like dangling.
Like,
And then with that, they all leap off the building and swoop off, making use of the air current and whatnot. You see them making it a perfect descent from the rooftop as they head off to their goal, leaving the three of you and your Marvel's answer to the Birds of Prey, I guess, with Demona.
and now, let us fight.
All right, so we will head through. Okay, so obviously Magneto beams can make themselves fly. Demona can fly.
We're gargoyles, so we have
Yeah.
wings.
Yeah,
You two can
We
fly.
can glide with
Scarlet
style.
Witch flies.
Exactly.
I was just about to ask. Scarlet Witch, I believe, can currently fly.
Oh yeah.
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 Mhm.
So that just leaves Mystique. Who is carrying Mystique?
I mean,
Why
she
doesn't
could turn into
Mystique
someone
just-
with wings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would Mystique turn into?
Demona? Make it real confusing?
Yeah, you know what? Mystique will just transform into Demona, and so there's two Demonas and Scarlet Witch, and we will.
I think I had a dream about this one.
I think most of us did.
Yeah,
Um,
Rissix is very distracted right now.
Pretty girl. Alrighty. So, on your way to a Daily Bugle, does anybody have any conversation or interaction they would wish to have, or just general roleplay? If you want to describe how the flight goes, how you're feeling, what you're thinking, any such thing.
Rissix is very, very much off her game right now, very distracted by hot women and double Demona, and is flying and tries to do like a loop-the-loop, but doesn't quite get there. Just like, oh, I meant to do that, that sort of thing.
Okay.
I'm definitely not doing anything super fancy. Height. This is very high up. Trying not to let the fear of heights show, because I've apparently decided that this character is afraid of heights. So, yeah, she's just trying not to freak out, not doing anything fancy, not trying to run into anything.
Okay. That's very nice.
Very hyper-focused.
And Magneto Beans, I assume you're just dramatically flying.
So dramatic. Beautifully so.
Most drama.
Is anybody humming a theme song?
Ah, so good.
Even more so, Magneto is vibrating the air
Hey.
to create the theme song.
Hey, there we go.
Perfect. I love this. This makes me incredibly happy down to the very center of my being. With that, we will make our approach to the Daily Bugle. You can see it. It is a very large, obnoxious skyscraper. The kind of thing that can only be made by generations of capitalism and just disgusting nepotism, and just ugh. It's gross. It's obnoxious. It stands out.
Goddamn Murdochs.
Where
But not that one. He's cool. He's a cool lawyer.
He's not like a regular lawyer. He's a cool lawyer.
Yeah.
Whereabouts are you going to try and make your entrance? You gonna go in through the ground floor? Are you gonna try and go in through the roof? You're just gonna pick a floor and smash through a window?
I like that one.
Smash.
Do a smash. Okay.
Hmm.
I'm very okay with this. So window, you will smash through it. It's very dramatic. It's very classic 90s interpretation of what a newspaper room, a newsroom kind of looks like. So just lots of desks, lots of people running around and shouting and and immediately you smash through and everyone kind of jumps out of the way and cowers, and it's Magneto. Shit. Oh no. And gargoyles. Oh, what's going on? There is one person who they seem fairly normal, fairly unimpressive in lots of ways, and you see that they are immediately, they've got a camera hanging off of their neck, and they are immediately like trying to find the quickest way to get out of the room. Everybody else is just like cowering in fear, essentially.
Ignore that one person. Nothing can go wrong.
You'll be fine. What could possibly go wrong?
That's fine.
Looks like a little dweeb. We're great. We're fine.
Yeah, it's, depending on the continuity, it's either a high school kid or who knows? It changes like, all the time. He's either in high school or college.
And in this one, he is like weirdly more buff than he should be. Thank you, whatever animation studio, and voiced by Prince Eric.
No, really?
Yeah, same
God.
actor. Same
Oh.
actor.
Huh.
Okay, what'd be really cool is if Mary Jane was voiced by Ariel. That'd be cool.
That'd be kind of adorable.
That would be
too.
great.
Oh, okay, so I assume we just let this person lead.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah, of
otherwise
course.
we'd all be metagaming.
Whatever.
It's just a kid. It's fine.
Yeah, so they're the smart one. They left the room. See, that's survival instinct.
We respect that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Does anybody wish to proclaim anything or make any announcement as you've landed, or are you just gonna storm on through and be like, all right, we're looking for the obvious looking office of a person in charge?
It's like summoning office supplies to like whirl around and things. Where is J. Jonah Jameson?
One very scared person, they just kind of tremblingly point over to what appears to be a studio, and it's got little red lights on outside the door, and it's very much like a do not enter type of deal. It's over there. Oh.
That's the smart one. They get to leave. Go on, go.
And they give a little nod and start, run away.
And just float on through, just moving everything out of the way. Dramatic as fuck.
So
Ooh,
obviously,
I want to blow the door down.
you want to blow the door down?
Yes.
Do it.
I want to use magic
Please.
and blow the door down.
Go
So-
for it.
I will roll with mastery. Please, dice, do not fail me now. I want this to be cool. Okay. 6, 7, 8 with mastery, that's +2, so that's 10.
Ooh.
10 for magic.
Nice.
Or
That
I guess
100% does it. I don't think you need to choose any of the things because this is
yeah, it's just I just wanted to blow the door down. It's fine.
okay. Yeah, please take narrative control over how this
Okay.
goes.
I've been doing a little thinking about how I want her magic to look like. Okay, so yeah, she's still pulling it. Her eyes are glowing. Rizix's eyes are glowing, and I'm still pulling in colors, but it's like they seem to like get pulled out of the surroundings around me. So like you see the light kind of seem like it's streaming from the very rudimentary computer screens, and then just push out, and then it hits the door, and the door explodes inward.
That's good stuff. I like that. So as the door blows open, you see the inside of this studio, which is actually it's quite strange to see that the newsroom office setup is entirely fabricated, and you can see that there's plenty of lights and cameras set up. So only half of a room is decorated to look like a newsroom. The rest is. It kind of emphasizes just how fake everything in here is. While Jameson is sat there, fist banging on the table as the door flies open, and you see him immediately cower under his desk in response to this.
Sup?
So is there anyone else in the room besides him? Like, is there a crew or anything, or is it just him?
Low key, I love the idea that it is entirely just Jameson, and like he's got a little stick that he moves the camera with. He's that much of an egotist; he can do it all himself.
In that case, just move that desk out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
the desk.
move the camera back to position it properly, so it's going to get all of us framed nicely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So, how funny would it be if it turns out Jameson is doing that very classic, like people can only see me from a waist up because of where I'm sat, so he's not wearing suit trousers. He's only
That's
wearing
even
like
better.
cargo shorts or something.
Yeah, I
Or
was gonna say
heart
they need to be like
boxers.
khaki or heart boxers.
Oh,
Yes.
you know those dad khaki cargo pants?
Mm.
Like the kind you
that's-
see someone with shorts and socks wearing, or with socks and sandals wearing.
Oh, he is totally wearing socks and sandals.
Oh,
Just let's emphasize just how pathetic this human being is, as he he is cowering, he is trembling, and he tries to like pull himself up onto his chair, and he takes one and looks directly at the camera and goes, you see this, people of New York? Look at these horrible mutants, and they're teaming up with gargoyles to get your eyes, your voice of a people, J. Jonah Jameson. God, don't hurt me.
I'm just gonna walk over and like put a finger and just go shh, 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 shh.
Okay.
Hush.
Yeah, you know what? As you go to hush, you hear the signature sound effect of a thwip. And your hand is immediately covered in a viscous, sticky substance and pulled out of the way as the rather obnoxious but somehow charismatic line of, don't you know to not come in with the red lights on? Come on, that's just poor etiquette, everybody.
Okay, you want to talk about poor etiquette? First of all, I don't know what he's talking about. I'm cute. Second of all, he's rude. Third of all, who are you?
And I'm just your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. As you see the red and blue like skin-tight outfit of a potentially a high school student, this just stuck on the ceiling, hand out, pulling away Xylene's hand. This is so ludicrous.
I'm trying to remember 90s Spider-Man. Was 90s Spider-Man actual webs or web shooters?
90 Spider-Man was web shooters.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm just gonna sort of like awkwardly try to like yank my hand free and just be like, I don't like this feeling.
Okay. Do you want to roll something for that?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna do what I do and try to muscle my way out of it. Cause that's what I do.
That is a good thing to do. So, I believe best bet would probably be either one of the strikes, or maybe interfere. You could justify that you're interfering with Spider-Man's web slinging, I suppose.
You know what? I think I'm actually gonna try to strike to subdue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try striking to subdue and
Okay.
do things. That is a 6, so a miss.
Okay. That is a miss. So what happens is, as you go to pull and try to move out of the way, Spider-Man will use this moment to like zip into you, and will give you a good solid kick into the chest before doing a very lovely acrobatic moment and land on the back of Jameson's chair, and kind of taking the classic Spider-Man crouch pose, before waggling a finger at you in probably just the most obnoxious manner possible.
Do I take any harm from that or nah?
You do take 1 harm, yes.
Oof. Okay. Yeah. Ow. So I'm probably looking not so great. That kick hurt. And I'm just gonna kind of like with my free hand just grab at my robes and just be like, that was rude. That was very rude. We're trying to help here.
Jameson will, still try to play to the camera as best he can. Because, and would you look at that? The nefarious Spider-Man is in on everything. Ah, look at them all. I'm so glad Xanatos and Trask have got their plans. This is outrageous. It is uproarious. It is. And Spider-Man will just shoot web over his mouth. Shut up, dude. Just stop.
See, that's what we were trying to do.
That's all I was doing was putting a finger up and you kicked me and you caught me and the
Rude.
not nice.
You are not friendly.
You are the Spider-Man. The one that defends the city, one of many. Sure you know who I am, Magneto.
Yeah, I'm familiar with you, Chrome Dome.
And you are defending this person who rails against you day and night. Why?
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's not easy to do the right thing, but even if
So how is it right? How is it right to let him just like say all these horrible things about people like us? I mean, what's your deal, dude?
Well, you just gotta like keep doing your best, and hopefully people will see the change. And
Well, they're not going to see the change if they kill them all off.
Okay, that valid point. I mean, I don't know. I guess I just have more of a like a middle line approach. That's what I'm trying to go for. Like trying not to. If we start going around like asking for like radical change, I think we're just gonna scare. I don't know, man. I'm just just trying.
All right, Magneto's gonna cast magic. That's enough of this.
That's enough of this bullshit.
That is an 11.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna go with, bypass defenses, semi-permanent condition, and no unintended consequences.
Mm-hmm. And what would you like to do?
As Magneto is just going to reach out and say, "That's enough. The adults are going to talk now," and kind of and crush the web shooters that Spider-Man's using, and use that metal as cuffs to throw Spider-Man up against the wall.
I like that. So Spider-Man is flying against the wall, pinned, cuffed up.
Arm yanked because, still attached to it.
I'm gonna use magic.
No, that
to
would be an
try and
unintended
dissolve that.
consequence.
Oh, okay.
Oh!
So it would have broken
so
it.
the web breaks around
Oh, cool.
Hey,
Xylan's
excellent.
arm. Okay, so I believe this would probably be the moment where the darkness brewing up in Jameson starts to take form. Now,
Yes, called it.
what shape do we believe this takes?
I feel like it would have a big mouth, whatever
Yup.
it was.
Yeah.
Lots of mouths spewing bile and darkness, basically.
Oh my gosh, almost like a gibbering mouther, but
Yeah.
like a heartless
Oh.
form of.
Oh.
Okay.
Can I form a dark link with him?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
please do.
absolutely. Would love
Yeah.
to do that as well.
Sure, I'm in.
Darkling.
Darkling.
Oh, I got a 12.
I got a 6.
I got an 8.
Okay, so I will
wait,
allow
9.
all of you to
Oh, wow.
form a dark link there. Yeah, you can all get the link. I'm very okay with that. Look. So, yeah, I do like the idea of this large, dark, amorphous being just with mouths just forming in each and kind of like spewing, and it's just an incredibly unpleasant sight. Well, yeah, sorry. I just start to feel really, really nauseous all of a sudden. That's not pleasant.
Ooh.
You alright?
Yeah, no.
Need a quick break?
I think I know we're meant to have like half an hour left, but yeah, that's not pleasant at all. Like yeah, I've just caught a glimpse of myself. I think I'm starting to lose a bit of color. Okay, so I don't think it's probably a good idea for me to try and run anything for the rest of this.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry,
Can-
guys. I'm sorry.
Can I
team.
try and form a I want to form a link with Spider-Man.
Yeah, okay. Can do that, and then if
Jeez, what
everyone's
would
all right,
it
we
be,
might.
though?
Actually,
Yeah, if
you
we
were
need
you
to
were
go,
looking
yeah.
really bad
Yeah.
right now, so
Okay,
why don't
yeah.
we
Yeah.
why don't we do a quick
let's
outro?
just-
If you need
yeah.
to run, go run, and I can close us out.
I can hang on for a couple more minutes, so we can, if we want to make Link to a Spider-Man, we can do that, and then what,
I
this sets us
failed
up
at it
perfectly.
anyway. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
I'm always going to roll a
well,
link given an opportunity. I'm going to roll a light link because why not? And that's going to be a 10.
I'm gonna try for mastery, by the way.
And I'm going to give that
Uh-huh.
world link to Risix. Wait, do you have a
Risix.
world link currently?
No.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Okay, and I assume we all dramatically pose.
Getting ready to.
Then it's the to be continued.
Because it's a two-parter. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I love the dramatic pose. One last thing. Rissix, what loop were you trying to roll with Spider-Man?
I was trying to roll dark.
And you failed that, correct?
Yes.
So do you want to mark experience?
Ah, yes.
Ooh.
Because when you fail to make a link, you get to
Oh,
mark
I get to mark experience
which is good.
too.
I
That is
am
my lowest.
forgetful.
Yeah, 'cause- oh, I totally just realized this. When you roll with your lower stat, you mark experience. So even if you don't fail, you get it. So,
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
so if you roll mastery, that's marking experience there.
Oh.
All right, wonderful. Okay,
Um,
so with that, strike dramatic pose, big dark gibbering mouther type look, type vibe. Spider-Man is pinned up against the wall, and we will pick that up next week. Sorry, everybody, that was. Well, yeah, bodies be like that, and that's fine.
Yeah. No, totally fair. Totally understandable.
So,
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. This has been Dreams of Nobody, a Kingdom Hearts game. This is using the interstitial, our Hearts Intertwined system. You can find that made by Riley Hopkins, and you can find them on Twitter at RevRybread. It is a very fun game. I highly recommend checking it out. This has been Nerds with Dice. You can follow them here on Twitch. You can subscribe. It's a YouTube channel, which usually the YouTube channel gets like all of these archived, so you can catch up on the many amazing shows that are happening here, including the Riffs game. There is the Super Sentai game. So there's like Power Ranger shenanigans. There's also a Thirsty Sword Lesbians game. I think that's every Thursday or Friday. There's lots of good stuff. Check it out. Consider dropping a follow, and if you can, also consider subscribing, because that really helps the channel. There's also Discord where you can get involved. I believe Teddy is looking for the summer season lineup. So if you would like to be involved, you can do that. And I have been and will continue to be the Bardic Knock. You can find me on the internet, Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, and YouTube, all as the Bardic Knock. I think that's everything. I think I said all of the things. Capjack, who are you? And all of that.
Hey everybody, I am Capcheck. You can find me here, of course, on Wednesdays with our wonderful game and all these wonderful people. Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. I'm over on the Dumpstack Charisma channel playing some Among Us. We've been having a little bit of a false start getting going lately, but tomorrow should be the day. We're always looking for people, so if you want to play some Among Us, let us know. And rarely on my own Twitch channel, twitch.tv/CaptainJCross. That's where you can find me. Yeah.
And Kay, who are you?
Hey, I'm Kay, aka Undead Kay. You can find me obviously here on Wednesday. Super happy to be back with this. You can also find me over on my Twitter, where I sometimes post things, various tabletop stuff, political stuff, all that jazz, at K_undead. You can also find me on my own Twitch channel. I'm hoping to, now that I'm starting to feel better, actually get back into a regular streaming schedule, but I have still stayed with the Curse of Strahd campaign that I am currently running every other Thursday. So not this Thursday, but next Thursday. Have a lot of fun there. It's super great. And yeah, that's pretty much me.
And last but certainly not least, Lauren, who are you and what various things do you do?
I am Lauren, Fifth Witch at Twitter, SITHWITCH. You can in addition to finding me here, you can find me on Sundays at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central Time, streaming my Marvel podcast, Legends of S.H.I.E.L.D. You can find pretty much everywhere I'm at professionally on my website, lwsalinas.com. And yeah, that's, I guess, about it for now.
Okay. Thank you very much, everybody. And I should have been more prepared to find a person to raid, so we will do that quickly whilst I ramble as best I can. Rambling.
When in doubt, vamp a little bit. I'm so excited to see, because this is the 90s multiverse, so also taking this break for a week gives a chance for more shenanigan options. It'll be fun.
there's so many things we can
Yeah.
pull at.
Oh, yeah.
So, who is what? Who is doing?
There's
what?
so much nostalgic factor too with this. I'm just like,
Mhm.
oh,
And I'm sure what
Nerding
we're doing
out.
right now will have no consequences when we revisit this world in the future.
Oh,
oh
yeah.
no, totally not.
Fine,
All
it's
good.
fine.
Not a one. There'll be absolutely zero consequences. Nope.
I don't even know the meaning of the word. What am consequence?
That's that thing other people have to deal with, right?
Mm-hmm. After we
Exactly.
leave,
Yeah.
usually. Awkward.
Yeah.
Okay. I really should have been a little bit better prepared at finding a person to raid.
I think Open for Adventure's doing something on their channel.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay. Let's
That's just an idea.
let's go with that. So that's where's the thing? Confuse myself. So / raid. Open for adventure. How is
Yep.
that? For like spelled like the word or for the number?
For the word. FOR.
Forward. Okay, so there we go. I will click raid and we will shoot on over that way. So once again, thank you very much, everybody. And until next time, stay safe and happy adventures. Bye bye.
Bye.
wait for it to hit the. There we go.